Welcome to a brand new video here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnenberg, and today I am giving my full spoiler review for season 2, episode 1 of the Disney Plus MCU show, Daredevil Born Again. So, welcome back, everyone. Here I'm Max Dinnenberg from Max Talks Movies, and let's get into my full spoiler thoughts on this new episode of Daredevil Born Again. Again, before I get started, if you guys have not seen any of season 1 or, of course, episode 2 of Daredevil Born Again, I am going full spoilers here. It's more of a general spoiler review. I'm not going to break down each element of the episode. I'm just going to break down things I like, don't like in spoiler fashion. So again, that's my final warning. Let's get into Daredevil Born Again. Episode 1 of season 2, titled The Northern Star. And overall, I think this was a really solid opening to season 2. This wasn't a mind-blowing, we're back on Netflix level Daredevil episode, but I think this season is a lot more exciting than season 1. And I think the big reason why is we're going to have one distinct vision for what this season will be. If you guys are not familiar, last season was, if you haven't seen my reviews, it was a giant mixed bag for me. And the reason why is the season 1 had two completely different versions of the show, where they had originally Marvel hired these writers. They filmed like 6 to 8 episodes of a season, and then they fired all of the writers after they rewatched the episodes and things of that nature. Then they brought in Benson and Moorhead, who directed this episode, and they basically combined two completely different visions of the Daredevil show. We got more of the true Netflix version of Daredevil. We had Benson and Moorhead brought in to direct multiple episodes in season 1. This vision of the show, the best episodes of season 1, those writers and directors are the main and the entire vision for season 2. You can kind of tell that season 1 was very much patchwork, trying to combine these multiple different angles of telling the story into one thing. Clearly, the original writers did not want to focus too much on the Netflix side of things and give Daredevil a more MCU-fied version, while the current writers want to combine the MCU stuff with the Netflix era version of Daredevil. So I thought we got to a really good start here. We see Matt is with Karen. Karen has a lot more to do in this episode than she probably did all of last season. Them being together. The new suit, I think, is really sick for Daredevil in this episode. This episode takes place 6 months after the events of the finale of season 1. Fisk is still mayor of New York, and he's still trying to these mandates of getting superpowered individuals out of the city, putting them on mandatory life sentences, and cleaning up the streets. So we get this cold open with Murdoch, with Daredevil on the North Star, the ship that's coming has all this weaponry. And these two guys, we're not told why they get off the ship and why they try to sink the ship, but they try to, as Daredevil is trying to expose Fisk for moving in weapons into the city, while Fisk is trying to make sure none of this gets brought back to him. And obviously, he doesn't just want superpowers, individuals out of it. He knows that Daredevil is going to be continuing to be after him. And Daredevil and Karen are now being hunted down for it by Fisk's unit. We have the BB reports, as always. He's trying to infiltrate things and maybe help Karen as well, but also trying to befriend Daniel, once played by Michael Gandolfini, who's very good. I thought they did a good job as well with the world building, where we have a DeFontaine, who's the character played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Her character mentioned multiple times in the episode. We had a Jessica Jones reference. We know that she is going to be in season 2. Early in the episode, they were asking how Karen got this information. She said, "My friend Jess," which I assumed means Jessica Jones. We also had some callbacks. We had Heather, who's, the psychiatrist, some evil psychiatric. She's also battling issues that she had with Muse last season. I thought the camera work in particular in this episode was spot on. Every time Daredevil has that sense where you can hear particular things, if it was that cop's heart breathing and towards the end of the episode. They do a great job zooming in, changing camera ratios and all of that. Really immerses you in the experience. The other part from a camera work perspective I loved was every time Heather had that weird dreams or at the memories of Muse, the camera would kind of tilt backwards like Heather's falling back. I thought they did a really good job exploring those two people's really mental headspace during their key moments. If it's Heather's mental breakdowns with Muse, but also Matt's trying to, senses being amplified. I think the camera work and the filmmaking is so good with Benson and Moorhead in the director's chair. They're such great filmmakers, especially for the MCU. They directed 2 episodes of Moon Knight, 4 episodes of Loki. I think they're one of the stronger MCU TV directors that we have gotten. But we also, sorry, before we get to the big cliffhanger ending, the big new character we got in this episode was Matthew Lillard as Mr. Charles, who signified that he was with Langley, which is the CIA, which is obviously being run in the MCU by Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character of DeFontaine. We did get I thought my favorite like dialogue complete scene was the scene with Mr. Charles with Vanessa and Fisk at the Fisk estate, where he definitely like kind of disrespects Vanessa in front of Fisk, which is a big no-no. But he has the ability, and he says, I'm a logistics person. I can take people out and make sure they don't connect to any of us and have an industrial accident, all of these things. Because Fisk obviously trusts his signed, appointed people in the situation. He has a way to get around that. So Fisk and Charles are going to be working together. I don't know if Mr. Charles is his real name. It seems like Fisk kind of made it up on the spot, but what do I know? But I love Matthew Lillard. There were definitely some Matthew Lillard isms in this episode, especially when he walked in with the burrito right into the mayor's office. But I'm excited to have him on the show. Moving forward, the big cliffhanger ending was Matt is in trouble. He's combining the cop who's been helping him out in this entire series, Cherry. He's having a heart attack. He's Daredevil because he can hear the heightened senses. He's thinking of Foggy's death at the same time as Cherry is having this heart attack. So he gets distracted. These officers take his mask off, realize it's Matt Murdock, but they all get killed by a precise bullet. And when the knife lands right in front of Matt's head, it is Bullseye, which is a fascinating cliffhanger because it sets up that why is Bullseye going to help out Daredevil? Obviously, Daredevil stepped in the way. We saw Bullseye. Daredevil stepped in the way of Bullseye's bullet to kill Fisk. Matt saved his life, Fisk's life, and that was Bullseye trying to kill Fisk. So the question is that why they're going to team up trying to take down Fisk? He's been portrayed Bullseye not just by Wilson, but also by Vanessa, if not more so by Vanessa. And I am very intrigued by a team up of Daredevil and Bullseye. It was a really good cliffhanger. It got me really excited for the next episode. I don't think anything was mind-blowing. There were 2 key action scenes, but they weren't like, oh my God, these are some sick action scenes. They were good action scenes. They weren't just like these mind-blowing, grindy Netflix level action scenes that we got from Daredevil. They were good enough. We got back in the world. I'm happy we're back with the characters. I'm definitely way more intrigued and excited for the remaining season than I was last year with season 1. Again, Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, Deborah Ann Woll are just so good as these characters. I'm very excited to keep covering the show over the next month and a half, 2 months. So, guys, thank you for joining me for my spoiler review of season 2, episode 1 of Daredevil Born Again. I'll be back here every single Wednesday breaking down new episodes. If you like videos like these, I do movie, TV show reviews, add a feed of reactions here on the channel. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new. Like this video, and also leave me a comment. Did you like this episode? Are you excited for the rest of the season? What are your bold predictions for season 2 of Daredevil Born Again? I'll see you guys in another video very soon.